This week on the Spotlight, we congratulate the UConn men and the UConn women, winning both national basketball championships. And then we go to the White Sox. Alexi Ramirez is hot, and we talk to him about hot hitting. And Tom Thibodeau is getting the Bulls ready for the playoffs. We analyze what he's doing. And then we go back in time, a flashback to 6 years ago. We'll tell you who that Cub is. And, well, you're already seeing who that guy is. They're good guys this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. It's the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You got to go to our Works office at 111th and Western because Benkowski Trivia will be there Friday, April 11th at 6 p.m. It's a great bar, and it's going to have great fun with my trivia game Friday, April 11th at 6. Wax On, Wax Off, a great salon and spa for men's haircuts and women too. 1044 West Taylor Street. I go there, you should too. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. TUAX Company has real estate investments. You can buy Chicagoland properties and make some money. Profit opportunity since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Real estate investments make money. Call Mr. Thomas. You've got to get to Mr. C's Midway Bar. They're open till 2 a.m. every day. Best Bloody Marys for 65 years. Great neighborhood prices at 4654 West 63rd Street. It's a fun place. Watch the Blackhawks, Bulls, you name it. Mr. C's, 4654 West 63rd. Calabria Imports is a great place to get food. Of course, Italian food with their deli. Mention this TV ad for 10% off. They have catering, sandwiches, 1905 West 103rd Street. The last time I was there, I got some ham. I got all kinds of other accessories at Calabria Imports. Wax On, Wax Off, a great salon and spa. I go there, you should too. Call them at 312-226-1473. Men's cuts, women head to toe. Nails, 1044 West Taylor Street in Chicago. And they even have great hours, open each day at 10 a.m. Amelia's Bar and Grill. They're open for lunch and dinner daily. Private parties and catering. A unique mixture of fine dining and Mexican specialties brought to you by the great chef Eusebio Garcia. It's easy to reach at 46th and Halsted. I've enjoyed all my experiences there, and you will too, at Amelia's Bar and Grill. We're back on the Spotlight, and of course the baseball season is underway, and it's a great feeling on many counts, maybe the most of which is that it represents the end of our hideous winter. But if you love baseball like I do, that's another huge element of it. And so we decided to go to a veteran, a guy whose play I've enjoyed, both as a clutch hitter and a dazzling fielder, and to get his impressions, although I must admit to you, I wish they were in English, because I think it's time, and I told him that last year. But anyway, with help from his translator, Alexi Ramirez talks about the 2014 season and where he's going with it. So opening day, and there is much hope and optimism. The White Sox had a strong spring training, and we'd like to find out how you feel physically and what you're looking forward to in 2014.
¿Cómo te sientes físicamente y qué estás buscando para este año 2014?
Estoy saludable, me siento bien, gracias a Dios. Tuve una buena preparación y nada, ya lo que queda es jugar ahora.
I feel really good. I would like to stay healthy. That's my main goal, to stay healthy throughout then. But I feel really good physically right now.
What area would you like to make a boost in from last year? Would it be more on the offensive end with, let's say, more RBIs, or would you like to make a run at a Gold Glove?
¿En qué área te gustaría mejorar un poquito más a ti este año? ¿Ofensivamente o te gustaría defensivamente para poder obtener un guante de oro? ¿Cuál sería?
Mi objetivo es ayudar al equipo. El equipo jugar todos los días y estar saludable para ayudar al equipo a clasificar.
My objective is to help the team. And I want to stay healthy, and by doing that, I feel like I can play 100% and help the team.
For the beginning of the year, you will be working with different guys at second base, not Beckham. How will you relate to this, and tell us a little bit about Semien as he covers the bag?
Al principio de este año, obviamente por circunstancias que tú no controlas, vas a estar jugando con segunda base diferente al cual tú estás acostumbrado, ¿verdad? Que es Beckham. ¿Qué piensas tú sobre esta situación?
No, hemos practicado juntos en Arizona. Creo que el juego es diferente a la práctica, pero bueno, trataremos de hacer lo mejor posible.
We have practiced and play, together down in Arizona in spring training, and some of it last year as well. So, it should be no problem at all.
Speaking of gloves, how long have you had this, Este? And how is it different than your other glove?
Hablando de guantes, dice, ¿cuánto tiempo tienes de tener este guante? Dice, ¿verdad? Y que si te gusta.
Sí, me gusta. Lo tengo del año pasado y con este acabo de jugar este año.
He said, I had it since last year, and this is the one I tend to use this year.
I have always felt that you have made the spectacular play, and I think that it should just be a matter of time before you do win a Gold Glove in the American League.
Él dice que él siempre le ha gustado, ¿verdad?, la forma en que tú juegas defensivamente y que falta poco tiempo para que tú él piensa que tú debes llegar a obtener un guante de oro.
No, tranquilo, esto no es una cosa que uno no controla. Lo que yo puedo controlar es igual día a día y estar saludable. Ya eso no depende de mí.
That's something I don't really control, All I can control is, stay healthy and I can play every day. And then as a result, then if that happens and I can get a Gold Glove, that will be awesome.
To wrap up, how about some of the new guys in the lineup, giving him more RBI opportunities?
¿Qué acerca sobre nuevos peloteros que hay en la organización? Tú sabes que lo más seguro van a darte más oportunidades de tener más carreras empujadas.
No sé, porque no está en el primer bate, yo estoy en el octavo. Creo que delante de mí hay 7 jugadores que la pueden empujar primero que yo, pero si se me quedan ahí, la puedo hacer mi trabajo.
He said that's good. It all depends, where they put everybody on the lineup, and everything. But the one thing is, if I get the opportunity to have people on base, obviously I will do my best to bring those in.
Okay. Buena suerte.
Gracias.
Thank you. And thank you.
You bet.
Okay. Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Here's a note. O'Rourke's office, 111th and Western, my trivia game coming there Friday, April 11th at 6 p.m. We'll have a good time. I'll have all kinds of questions. They have their usual cocktails and end-to-end fun. O'Rourke's office with my trivia. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081. Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. For a great meal, get to Amelia's Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner daily, private parties and catering, a unique mixture of fine dining and Mexican specialties brought to you by the great chef Eusebio Garcia. They're at 46th and Halsted. I've had great meals there, and you will too. Amelia's Bar and Grill, 46th and Halsted. We're back in the spotlight, and Coach Tibbs is trying to figure out how to get his team ready for the playoffs, and I asked him, how could they play any harder than they're playing now? What could you do?
Well, I always say this, that if you're waiting to get to the playoffs to build your habits, you're in trouble. So the teams that are building throughout the course of the season, when you get there, you're giving yourself your best chance. The championship teams that I've been around, they do that. They bring it every day. That whether it's practice, a meeting, a walkthrough, a film session, whatever it might be, you got to give everything you have, and that only gives you your best chance. So, like anything else, it's about building the right habits, and you have to play this game with an edge. And I think that once you, the biggest thing is, you're playing the same team over and over, and I think of being physically, mentally, and emotionally ready for every game is huge. And when you look at the playoffs and you watch what transpires, usually whichever team wins the first game, the next game, the biggest adjustment everyone talks about.
They tweak. Each team makes a tweak, and they go back and forth with their tweaks. But Tibbs has been tweaking all season as well. His team is primed. They will not have a learning curve because they're used to playing guts out 100% all the time. So maybe in the first few games of a playoff series, they could have an advantage. They'll be a home team too, and don't deny the importance of that.
Where Kirk hustled back and stripped Paul George on that breakaway, and Taj finished with a dunk at the other end.
Yeah, no, it's great. Like, I think when you have great hustle plays and great effort plays, those type of things unite and inspire your team. So sometimes things aren't perfect, but if your ball pressure is great, your effort's great, your weak side is aware, and you don't quit on a play, something good can transpire. And oftentimes you see a guy hustling back, and there's the blind pass is thrown to the wing, and that guy steals it, and then he turns around and goes down, and now instead of giving up an easy bucket, you're getting the easy bucket down the other end. Those things are huge, okay? And the more things that you can do like that, it enhances your chances of winning. So to me, that's why you have to look for those characteristics in players. That's what makes Kirk so good.
We've seen that from Kirk on a regular basis, but on a night like tonight when he's hitting shots too, how big is that as far as giving you guys a lift?
Good. I thought the energy was great. I thought the way he got us up the floor, I thought kicking the ball quickly to the second side, getting to the second pick and roll, those things are big. Getting the ball up the floor before the defense is set, and he feels great. His defense is outstanding. And he's a terrific leader. He doesn't get enough credit for. He's the guy running our team.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. Little Frank's Pizzeria and Bar. Easy to reach, 6353 West 79th Street. On Thursdays, $1.50 Miller and Old Style. Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. They have $15 large pizza and pitcher all day, every day. Little Frank's on 79th. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. We're back on the Spotlight 2008. Mark DeRosa talking to the press. Right about this time, he had some kind of heart procedure. He also was a quarterback at Pennsylvania. Did you know that?
They have a right to want us to win this year. Seems like it should be destiny. Like I said, I didn't grow up in Chicago. I don't know all the trials and tribulations of the Cubs' history. I just know what we're about this year and building off last year's success. Even though we ended the season on a sour note, we were still able to do a lot of good things. So I know guys are excited. The convention's always a good chance for us to see each other before we go down to spring.
Is it pressure though? I mean, 'cause it's going to be brought up so much.
I don't think so. It's too long a season to be put that much pressure on yourself every night. 162 games. We realized how close we were last year. I think that's why we were so upset when we walked out of that clubhouse at the end of the year. There was 4 teams in the National League that were pretty much even. Whoever got hot at the right time was going to go to the World Series and take on the Red Sox. It just so happened to be the Rockies. So I think that's what motivates you to work out in the off season and to prepare like you do and to get ready for another chance at running the table.
Did Lou tell you to prepare to move around again this year, or do you think you'll play the bulk of the games in the infield?
That remains to be seen. I don't have a problem doing either or. I'm excited. I enjoyed moving around last year. I enjoyed playing second base on a daily basis for the times I got to do that. I'm a team guy first, and whatever it takes to help the team win, that's what I intend on doing.
When you're in the regular season, you end the game with a double play.
I didn't end the game.
I know. You have a chance to come back the next day. That's usually what players say. My point is this: how long did it take you to get that out of your system, or is it out of your system? Let me finish the question.
No, you're right. You're right because I talked to my dad right after the game. He says to me, "You had such a good year. I hope you're not remembered by that one at bat." And he's right. I hope I'm not. I thought I played well in the postseason. I thought I played well all year and did the things that were asked of me by the powers that be to move around and help the team as much as I could. I felt like I brought passion to the field every day and had fun doing my job, and hopefully the fans saw that. So I want to atone for that at bat. I felt like it was a position where if I come through, it's huge. It could change the whole complexion of the series. You don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure some guys would like their series back. Some guys didn't execute pitches when we needed them to. Some guys didn't get hits when we needed them to. It's win as a team, lose as a team, and I think that's why we're excited to get back together.
When you don't make it like that, you have to accept the competition that's going to be brought in at so many different positions this year.
I don't know. That's kind of a tough question. I've never been a can't miss guy who was just handed positions my whole career. So I've always been a guy who's always been in battles with different players at different positions. I think if you look at the team we broke spring with last year, it was a far cry from that at the end of the year. So Lou will have a way of working it out and playing the hot hand. He's very good at changing lineups and getting guys in the right places, and that's the key to coaching, putting guys in positions to succeed.
Also, too, though.
Do you feel like when you look at the roster as objectively as you can, do you feel like you're on the best team in the division or maybe the National League?
Oh wow, I haven't looked at the rosters of any other teams. No, I know we have one of the best teams in baseball. That's how I feel. I know there's a lot of good teams out there, and I know that there'll be surprises from certain teams. There'll be collapses by other teams. It happens every year. It's the team that stays healthy. I've always said pitching wins. Pitching wins, period. Last year we went into the season, everyone thought we were going to bop the ball out of the ballpark all day long, and it didn't work out like that. I was told that during the summer the wind starts blowing out. I think it blew out 10 times all year. So maybe this year that'll change, but as long as Z and Lily and Rich Hill and Jason Marquis and those guys stay healthy, we'll be fine.
Mark, is it exciting to be a part of an organization that's so proactive in the offseason? I mean, huge transitions the last 2 years.
It's exciting. I mean, you wake up every day, and you know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't keep up with it online and follow, you know, what they do, Cubs.com and all that stuff. So you know, I'm kept up to date every day. But it is nice to knowing that you play for an organization that'll do whatever it takes to win, especially in a time where changing ownership, they've never wavered on you know, putting the best product out on the field.
Mark, online doing a search for your own name too to make sure that you're not in it. Is that what you're checking?
No. Nah. I'm not worried about myself. I'll be fine.
One of the intangibles of a good club is clubhouse leadership. Are you comfortable with the role of being one of the leaders in this team and maybe guiding a couple of young players here and there?
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Terrio's locker was next to mine. I don't think he's a rookie anymore, and I think he can be a guy whose voice can be heard this year. He helped us win a lot of ball games last year, so you know, whatever it takes. I definitely feel like, you know, Derek Lee, those kind of guys. Cliff Floyd last year was a big leader, vocal leader for us, and you know, guys who have been in the postseason, who have accomplished certain things in their career. Their words always carry more weight. So hopefully, you know, my time with Atlanta and being around those guys has you know, got me to this point in my career where I could say something, you know, maybe resonate with some people.
I eat antipasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years. Excellence. Top billiard tables. The place where the action is. Jukebox Billiards. 7910 Calumet in Munster. We're back in the spotlight. It's time to warm you up with another Cubs segment. Of course, we're at the downtown Hilton, where loads of interviews were knocked down when the Cub convention took place. I find it very heartwarming to talk baseball in the winter, and so do the players, I think, and so does the manager, Lou Piniella. Here's another installment of Lou talking about a wide range of things, about how he thinks the club can be better in 08, some of the challenges of 07, and some inside thoughts about what Lou thinks about the composition of a team he's taken to battle that he thinks can and will go farther than the 07 Cubs. Let's take a look. So Lou Piniella always has opinions, and he starts off this press conference with the discussion of the center field position. Felix Pié is the guy who, would he like him to win the job? Who should win the center field job for 08?
I'd like to see PA come to camp and take over the position and win it outright, but he's going to have to hit a little bit. But, you know, he worked hard this winter in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. We sent our hitting coach over there twice to work with him to shorten up his swing, and hopefully he'll pay some dividends for us.
Fair to say it's his job to lose then?
I wouldn't say it's his job to lose, but I would like to see him take it over. He's another left-hand bat, and he would give us some speed at the back end of the lineup.
You know, you're talking about swagger last year. Soriano does lead off this year. Would you want him to alter his game at all to be more traditional thought lines of what about him? Even if he's
that's like buying a Rolls Royce and trying to get Volkswagen mileage out of it, you know? No. I don't see that. I really don't. I mean, this kid here is, you know, he's got his own particular style out of the leadoff spot. He hits the ball out of the ballpark. He's going to strike out. The only difference last year, what we didn't see was the fact that he didn't run because of the leg problems that he had, like he has in past years. But I don't see where he's going to change. I don't think we want him to change. I think you make him a prototype leadoff hitter, and you're going to harness his skills. And he's not going to bunt. He's not going to bunt. I mean, I think if you wanted him to do all those things, you'd have gone out and gotten another leadoff hitter to do those things and put him somewhere else so he could do what he does. He's stolen base 40 many times before. Yeah, the answer is yes.
Hey Lou, how long did it take for that hangover and bad taste to go away from that Arizona series for you?
It took a while. We were disappointed. We thought that that we would play better in postseason than we did. Give Arizona credit, but we just didn't hit. And that's why it's important for us to get off to a good start so that we can rest our team a whole lot better and not have our pedal to the metal all the time. It makes it tough when you're coming from behind and having to play a key game every day for 3.5 months, you know. So, but I tell you, I think it's going to make us all hungry. I know it's made me hungry.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.